Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Mark, I'm your host, and today we're going to be doing a couple things to a AL90 automatic transmission, 8-speed on a Cadillac Escalade 2016. And I'm having a temperature sensor issue, and the error code that you're going to get is a P0711 for the temperature sensor. So if you're getting that, that's the replace it. So that way you don't have these hard shifts from first to second that I'm having when the transmission is cold. So when you take off in the morning, like I'm in South Florida, so sometimes it will read 30 degrees, 20 degrees, and then when it reads 80 or 90, it works fine. I don't get that harsh shift. So now I know that that's the problem. So that should take care of that issue. And then this is the oil that the dealer basically sells you, which is the new HP with the blue label. That's the one that you get. Don't get the black label. That's not the one you want to get, okay? So this is the AMS oil that I've been using. I've been replacing all my oils with AMS oil, everything. Engine oil, differential, transmission, I mean all the fluids that I buy straight from them. So they're an amazing company, great customer service. They pick up the phone and you order online. So like I said, the link is below to become a preferred customer. You get free shipping on orders over $100. Usually shipping comes in about 2-3 days, depending how far you are from the warehouses, and they're amazing. So, and all their specs are above industry standards, which is exactly what I'm looking for. You will get better gas mileage on engine oils and things of that nature. And you can see there's a lot of YouTube channels out there who are actually comparing, and they could show you that their specs are absolutely amazing. All right, so you're gonna need a little pump. I get 2 of them, buy them on Amazon. They're super inexpensive. One for the clean oil, one for the dirty oil, and I usually label them so I know which one's which. Great. This is basically the GM part number right there. That 2404 number, and you could get it in the dealer. I would recommend getting it from them. Take your VIN number, that way you get the exact part that you need for your car. Okay, obviously some gloves, a little bit of safety. I love these 3M glasses, they're amazing. You can get them at Home Depot, Amazon, packs. You could get them tinted, you could get them with bifocal on the bottom. They're super light, they don't slide out of your face, they're frameless. And like I say, I use them for everything. I can't, I can't live without these guys. Also, you're gonna need a little torque wrench, 10 millimeter. It's gonna be 89 inch-pounds. You don't wanna over torque the screws because it's a reusable gasket. And it's definitely, unless you have 300,000 miles, I wouldn't replace it. I already replaced mine, so I'm not replacing it here. I'll still put the part numbers just in case if you do want to replace it. Plus also the filter, I already replaced it twice, so I'm not going to replace it. I'm just going to drain it out and put it back. And mine has probably 1,000 miles on it. So that's pretty much where we're going to do. All right. So obviously you're going to need a nice little drain pan, shop towels, and my little husky bag. I open it up. I staple it to a cardboard so I could put all this stuff on it. I slide it under the car, and then when I'm done I slide it right out. And I love it because it keeps the mess in here and not on your floors, not on your pavers. I have pavers, so. And also I use my little Rhino ramps, which they're amazing, and I'll put the link below for that. My channel is trying to grow, can't do it without your support, so don't forget to like and follow, and let's get to it. All right guys, so this is my little setup right here. Like I was telling you, it's got the little cardboard. It's been stapled, so I like to put the fan. It's a little hot. It is South Florida. All right. So these are all the 10 millimeter screws we're going to be removing. The first thing you're going to do to start taking out the fluid is removing this heat shield right here. So this heat shield will go on the passenger side right in here. It takes 10 millimeter bolts. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop open the fill plug. I'll show you how we do that. So that is your fill plug. All right, so you're going to pop this little black cover. All right, we use a screwdriver, panel puller, and shake it a little bit, and it should come out. All right, there you go. So that is your plug. Don't forget, don't lose it, and don't forget to put it back in. All right guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and put your little hose inside here. All right, stick it in as much as you can. Sometimes there's like a little, you gotta play with it until you get it in. There you go. And you're gonna push it in so it could basically go to the bottom of the pan. All right. And then once you do that, then you're gonna go ahead and start pumping some of the oil out. All right, so like I said, you know, you're gonna make sure you get it on the in, and then the out's gonna go into your pan. Obviously this one requires a lot of pumping, so if you do have the floor one, the floor pump, it's obviously a little bit better, but since I don't do this every day, you know, these little inexpensive pumps are just fine. It works for me. All right, so once we get that as much fluid as we can out of the transmission, we're going to remove all the screws, and you're going to need something a little smaller to get into this little corner right here, right on top of the exhaust. A little universal joint or something that you could get in there. Those are the only two that are a pain in the ass. So you're not going to take out the little drain plug yet, because remember, once we're done replacing everything, we're going to go ahead and do that afterwards. Because if you take this out now, you need to fill up you know, the 10 quarts, so you could get some inside your you know, the cooler in the front, which we're going to do now, which is this one right here. So now I'm going to go on the other side and work on that. All right, so you're going to need a crowbar to give this a little tug. You don't want to give it too much, that way you can take the cover out easier to do obviously the work here. All right, I'm gonna lower it softly, see if I could there is going to be some liquid in there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the pump back in there, pump a little bit more. All right, so we're done with this. Now we're going to go ahead and jump on the cooler lines. So this is the cooler lines right here. You're gonna remove 10mm bolt right here. Don't lose the bolt. I'm gonna pop this little metal piece over here. It does have O-rings in there. Doesn't really drip a lot, just a little. Right, just pull it out. Put that aside. Pull out the other one. It does have two little O-rings right on top, so I am going to remove one of them. Be careful, don't lose it, and then put it aside, clean it and put it aside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the little hose to it, and then I'm going to suck the oil out of that little cooler. Get in there, make me look bad. All right, there he goes. So what I did was I went over the exhaust. In this case, I already let my exhaust cool down so it's not hot, so that way you don't get like a kink on the hose. It doesn't have a lot that you could take out, but it does have some. Alright Okay, so I'm gonna pry the exhaust just a little bit with my leg here. I don't want to put too much pressure on it, and I'm hoping I could do it without the jack. Just a little bit, enough to try to take the pan out without making a mess. Let's see if I get lucky. Shoes up. Careful not to mess up the gasket. Alright, so we're going to take the oil filter out. It's going to be a little bit of a mess. I'm going to let it dry in, and then I'm going to reuse it. All you got to do is this little corner right here. You're going to kind of push down on the rear, kind of wiggle it. And it comes right up. Like I say, if you haven't done your transmission fluid change yet, definitely get a new filter. Like I say, in my case, this is my second new one, so just gonna let it drain nice, clean it up real good. So let's go ahead and put back the cooler lines while everything else kind of drains. So you have to stick the little holder first, and then make sure you clean the area real good. Don't forget the O-ring. Put it back. I'm gonna tighten it just a little now, and then I'm gonna torque it. Same thing, 89 inch-pounds. But I can't wait until I get my little electric ratchet. Mine is already clean. You know, it wasn't that bad. So, as you can see, I thought it was going to be perfectly clean, but no, it still has, you know, some, you know, metal. Look at that. So yep, off to clean it. Alright guys, so it's nice and clean. Make sure you take the magnets out and you clean them real thorough. Make sure there's nothing here, nothing left, and nice and clean both sides. And that's it for the pan. I thought it was going to be perfectly clean, but I guess I was wrong. So these things were, you know, still had a bunch of only had maybe 1,000 miles, not even 1,000 miles. But all right, so that's it. So let's go ahead and change the sensor. Time to go ahead and remove this sensor. You are going to need a small flat screwdriver and a needle nose pliers. So just in case, take pictures of the color code of the plugs. So I am on the passenger side. The first one here, it's going to be like a light color white. Then you're going to get the clear. Then the second set, it's going to be white, purple, purple, and white. Okay, and then you're going to have two plugs in the back, and then you're going to have the main one right here. Okay, and then you have this one that's here. I gotta see how this one comes. So here you're gonna pop it up and it's gonna slide out. It's pretty cool. All right, so we'll go through that. Get a little flat screwdriver. Basically you're gonna push in and it's gonna come right out. Okay, alright guys, so now we're gonna do the main one, which is this one here. Alright, so we're gonna basically pull on this lever here and it slides right out. Okay. All right, so now you're gonna use a little needle nose plier and you're gonna release these little plugs here. Okay, they're like two little tabs. You can see them right there moving. Push on it and then pull down on the plug. It should come right out. All right, and there's one more over here. Okay. Come on. There you go. So we got 3 of those. To the opposite side. And there is a plug here. Has a little safety latch. You're gonna pull on it. See how it went down? And once you pull on it, then you can push in and it comes right out. Okay. Next one is gonna be this little guy right here. That's gonna be a white one. That is on the driver's side. Same thing. And then you're gonna have like a gray one in the back. And it's gonna pull back. So this one here is gray. This is like a white cover. Same thing. Screwdriver and push back. And then this one, it's got a big cover on it. Same thing. Gonna push in and out. Okay, and that's it, guys. So the plug is out. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna use these 3 plugs in there to hold it up for you. Snap them in. Beautiful. Okay. All right. You're gonna put the big one in. You're gonna slide it in. You're gonna open it up. I'm gonna slide it in. All right, so make sure you go all the way up, and once you lock it, it should be nice and tight. All right, beautiful. I'm gonna get this other main one over here. I'm gonna plug it in. Remember, this is a little safety lock. Push it in, lock it, and then you're gonna use a little Christmas tree and I'm gonna put it back in there. Beautiful. So you can see everything. All right, so this is a sensor right there. These go to the back. We got the gray one and we got the clear one. I got started from the front. On the passenger side, we have the white one. It's like a light gray color, beige or something like that. All right, plug that sucker in. Then we have the clear one. Right, then we have the beige one again. Then we got the little purple. Then we got purple. And then we have the white. All right, make sure they're all locked. Pushed in all the way. All right, main one. Beautiful. All right, so the filter obviously goes right here. and it has like a little notch right here that goes right there, and then this spring pushes up when you put the cover on it. All right, so make sure it falls in that little notch, and then you put, obviously we're gonna reuse my gasket, give it a nice little clean. Be careful you don't twist it. Definitely don't want to twist it because it's got like aluminum in it or something. So you're just gonna clean it up the best you can. Okay, and then there's only one way of going in. All right, so there's like little, it has like a little stick right here that it goes into one of the holes. Make sure you don't compress it. Make sure the other one goes in too. And she is ready to be installed. Make sure you have a handful of screws available. All right. I know there's a little trick to it. There we go. All right. And now we are ready to put all the screws in little by little, one at a time. You want to put one across each other. Okay, so it's a little tricky, so when you put it in, put a little pressure on the exhaust, the butt goes in this way, then you kind of turn it in, go that way, and then it goes right in. So do not use a drill until you get, or a electric wrench or air wrench until you get them all in. Put them in by hand. You don't want to twist or strip any of these screws, definitely not. All right. Once everything is in, you're going to go ahead and start from the middle towards the back, and then from the middle towards the front. So we're going to be doing 89 inch-pounds per screw for bolt, and that's it. And let's go. Okay. That's it. All right guys, so now it's oil time. Woohoo! All right, so I took the liberty to take the little caps off all the quartz, and it's gonna be backwards now, obviously. You know, it's gonna be the other one, and you're gonna put it in the little plug over there, and you're gonna start pumping. And the beautiful thing about this is you have the clear little window, so you can see where you're at, and they're nice and wide. When I did it with the Mobile One, they kept on falling all over the place. Really annoying. So once it starts dripping out of the top, then you know you're pretty much done. I'm gonna put 8 quarts in there. Last time I put, I think it was yeah, about 8 or 9. We'll see. Once it starts dripping, then you're good. These little pumps are actually not that bad. They pump a lot. Alright, so that is 7 quarts. Work on 8. Definitely getting a workout here. All right, here she goes. She's dripping. Whoa. So now we know that we are full. All right, so we're gonna clean the area real good, and we're gonna replace the plug. Make sure before you put it on that it's loose on the top. You don't want to press it in until it's in. Okay, so it's all the way in. Now I push the little lever and we are good to go. I'm not going to put the shield yet, just in case if I need to add. I'll put the shield right after, and then I'm going to clean the exhaust real good. Alright guys, don't forget, make sure the car is leveled on a flat surface, and once the car is warm, over I think it's 127 degrees Fahrenheit, you go ahead and do the drain. So make sure you shift all the gears, so take the car for a spin after you do the fluid installation. Alright, so let's jump in down there. Alright guys, so once you have everything done, you're going to go ahead and cycle the gears. Make sure it's operating temperature over 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Put the car in park, leave it running in a flat surface. Remove the drain plug. Once it stops draining, put it back, torque it to 89 inch-pounds, and you're good to go. Alright guys, this is it. All we need is the heat shield next to the transmission. Takes the three screws that go 2 on the top and 1 here on the side. If the muffler is hot, be extremely careful. And once you install those, the top ones are a little bit pain in the butt, but they're doable. Once you're done with that, then you're good to go. I hope everything works out, and I hope the video helped you out to install your temperature sensor. And like I say, if you have the shutter issue, hopefully that by replacing the fluids, you're good to go also. And that's it. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. We got great links below. We got a lot of stuff coming on the channel. All right, thanks guys. All right guys, she's all done. So what I'm gonna do now, it's the next day, I'm gonna check the actual case for the tranny. See the temperature. I want to see, all right, see what temperature this thing reads at. All right, it says 93. And let's see if it gives me that lovely clunk that I've been getting. I mean, this car has 87,000 miles, so obviously it's not brand new. All right, no clunk on the first try. Usually it does it on the second try. So usually when I stop here and then I take off. Beautiful, no clunk. All right, so look at this thing, it's already at 97. I am super happy, guys. I've been like this for, I don't know, like 9 months, thinking that it was a transmission problem. Oh, no clunk. Woohoo! So it's good to go. It is awesome. All right, let's check it out. Yeah, normally it will give me a nice clunk between first and second. Like you could feel it, like you could almost hear it. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So look at that. I'm like literally feet away from my house and the temperature's already moving up. It wasn't doing that before. It would take forever to get to wherever it needed to go. So we are at 100. Look at that. Sweet. All right, so let's just give it a